city of Chicago, the windy city, but we call it the gold. We don't fuck with no ho-hos. More power, swoop down, get money for sure. You know, the gold. You know, more power, swoop down, get money for sure.
Yeah. Now welcome to the ill state. 6 championships, Michael Jordan was real great, true.
Am I speaking to an empty room? Good afternoon, everyone.
Real fake, Obama murdered Bin Laden. That's what I thought concealed fake. Cause even when I'm on State Street, niggas beefing on State G. Inglewood, I'm shooting up shit. Got the block hot like a bakery. Basically, you know now. Wax songs gon' blow clown. I'm back home, pick black chrome. It's Blackstones and Motown. Niggas sweet with my team ride. Y'all watch it grow on my king's eyes. See the moms grind for shit down. Every day on King Drive, that's 63rd and Parkway. Pressure butts, no arcade. When the take us out, trying to stretch you out, got you feeling like you had a hard day. It's 39th, motherfuckers. Low end. Rep my city from downtown to Roseland. Cashmere, Chicago, wind. We on the low until the flow blow like Chicago wind. Shit.
It's the city of Chicago, the windy city, but we call it the gold.
Keyshia's son gay too, and Elite's son, and they don't want to promote them because they don't want y'all to the truth. I'm done keeping these secrets. You know what I'm saying? Like, Keyshia ain't nobody. Keyshia is doing old school legend R&B shows, bruh. She not nobody. So Keyshia, you came looking for me for money. You didn't love me. And then you made me give up my money. Bitch, you a fake excuse for a sister. You a lying. Keyshia, you owe me. You brought me into this equation for money, specific.
What's good, everybody? The reason I'm doing this video, I want to show that there's different levels, the different kinds of ways that people are sacrificed, especially when you're in this this monstrous industry such as what Keyshia Cole known for being there. Early right there, you heard her brother said she brought him in with money. Everything is gonna have to do with money. We all, some of y'all may be familiar around the time when Keyshia Cole had her reality show. Her mother was struggling back and forth with drugs. You know, one minute she'd be heavy on the drugs, next she's trying to clean herself out, but it was a struggle back and forth. But her brother is going to explain and expose the fact that Keyshia Cole didn't give a damn about her mother, that she died because of the drug that's raging through the United States now, which is fentanyl, that's killing thousands of people at a fast rate. But he's going to expose that. And he's also going to expose that how the family member was there when their mother passed away, and act like it wasn't nothing. But let's get to it.
Specifically for your show.
All right, Shaw. It looks like tensions are back high amongst key.
Censor. That's why anything that I've ever said.
Frankie, I was there for her. I still love my mama more than anybody. I done been with my mama in LA taking her shopping, and a lady was walking by from France, and she was like, Frankie? And I was like, whoa, y'all with Frankie in France? She was like, your mother is the mother of France. Bro, my sisters was mad and jealous. Ain't no mother love. Ain't nobody got no love for their mother like their son, bro. My sisters was jealous. I love Frankie. I was there for her. Frankie got high, the fentanyl pill. And matter of fact, I know the nigga that sold the pill. I ain't saying his name, and I don't care if the police hear this. I'm coming to see you, bro. I just found out who gave my mama that fentanyl pill. I found out who gave her that pill. And I don't care if the police hear this shit. When I find that, I'm going to beat that nigga all the way to...
Wow, that's crazy. But there's, and Frankie, which is Keyshia Cole's mother name, she wasn't, even though she was, struggling on the drugs, but when she wasn't on the drugs, she was a nice looking lady. And I'm quite sure we all know somebody that probably was sick from this illness, especially nowadays. But, that's her mother. And this is what her brother talking about.
On God, I know exactly who the gave Frankie that pill, and Elite knew too, and she ain't said nothing this whole time. I just found out all this information. Frankie was definitely down to earth, nigga, and she got hit with a fentanyl pill, and they said that somebody knew that something was wrong with it, but my mom, you know, sometimes she be hard to tell what to do, and she still did it anyway, and she fell out on her face. You feel me? She fell out on her face, and Elite and my mom's boyfriend at the time, I'm not even gonna say his name, they took Frankie and they just put her in the bed. Yeah, she was off, you know, the fentanyl bomb. She thought she was doing something else. And it was the fentanyl shit. They thought it was heroin, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it was. But it was fentanyl. But said that he had hit it and he knew it was bad. And he tried to get Frankie to stop. But I believe that part, because my mama hard-headed. You feel me? But she still hit that shit anyway. And then she fell out. You feel me? She fell out. And instead of Elite them taking Frankie to the hospital, bro, they didn't take Frankie to the hospital. They took her and put her in a bedroom, bro, for 5 or 6 hours, bro. Elite put my mama off of fentanyl in the bed for 5 or 6 hours, bro. You need your ass beat. And you want to.
Wow. And see, that's crazy. So what he's saying is, after Frankie, his mother, Keyshia Cole mother, and that's her brother that's doing the talking. Someone was there, possibly a family member. They knew she was out of there once she did the fentanyl pill. They knew she, you know, had passed away, had she died from what she was taking. And they just put her in the bed. I can believe that, y'all, because, you know, when you just think, I know the street the street life is different from reality. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? I got to say it that way because that's what it is. Now, I can just imagine somebody being in this situation. You got a bunch of them around, they doing these drugs, you know, or whatever, and then somebody died. I mean, what can you do? I mean, just we talking about street life now. You got the choice to either call the police or whatever, and then you tell them, hey, I was here doing the drugs with her, and then she died. We was doing the drugs, or I've heard many of cases where they just found people on the street. Recently, I just heard a case, somebody being found on the street, and they were supposed to have been with the fentanyl, with the heroin or whatever. But when you think about that situation, that's possibly what's happened. I mean, what's going on? You find somebody that don't mean that, the other possible scenarios we can think of, far as an intentional murder. But this drug is sweeping through America, and I've heard stories and came across a lot of sites where the fentanyl is really being used as a weapon on the United States citizens, coming from different countries like China and stuff like that. And then we got to take that in consideration because we look at how the rise of it, y'all can do the research and look how it's killing people. That's like the number one killer in the United States now.
Get on here and talk about all this rah-rah. You've been living in everybody's house. You talking about, I'm doing this. You've been selling your little booty for $60. Okay, Elite. You talk bad about gay men, but you like girls who dress like men and you dress like a boy. How does that even work? You use the word FAG more than anybody I know, but you stay talking about how you with the gay community. I with the community. They love me. The trans love me. The gays love me. I fuck with everybody. But you seem to have this weird vocabulary.
See, this is the one that's talking. This is a picture of him, Keyshia Cole brother Sam. Now, what he's talking about, another family member, and he's talking about right now he's talking about another family member. He's into it practically with the whole family. His main issue is with his sister Keyshia Cole. He she just fell back and used the whole entire family for her personal gain. And then in the process, mother got, let's be real, more money, you got more access to things. And then sadly in her mother's situation, she was addicted to heroin. So You know, her daughter came across a situation where they had more money. So I'm quite sure Frankie, her drug habit, it didn't get better. You know, but you know, sometimes she was trying to clean her act up, but unfortunately, she fell victim to it.
Larry. No, she wasn't dead when they laid her on the bed. She wasn't dead yet. They took her and they put her in that room. See, because my auntie BB and my mama both fell out, right? They both fell out. My auntie BB boyfriend was there. So he was hitting auntie BB with the water and you know what I'm saying? They took Frankie and they just put her in the room. And they didn't check on her. They didn't put no water on her. None of that shit. And then they came back. Y'all remember when Elite posted that? I just found my mama dead. That was the first thing. That's how I found out my mama was dead. From Elite page. Elite posted, I just walked in and found my mama dead. Who does that? Who posts, I just found my mama dead? Of course you found it.
You know, that make a lot of sense. You know, he's right though. You find your mother dead, regardless of the situation. You know your mother was strung out, but you find her dead, then you go and post it. And then what's even more crazy is that he's saying that's how he found out. So you telling me that your brother went online before informing you that your mother was dead?
You put her there. Do y'all remember that when Elite was the one that posted? I just found my mama dead. That's because you put her in Elite page. Elite posted, I just walked in and found my mama dead. Who does that? Who posts, I just found my mama dead? Of course you found her. You put her there. Do y'all remember that when Elite was the one that posted? I just found my mama dead. That's because you put her in that room. You was going back to check on her. You should have took her to the hospital. You shady. You should have took her to the hospital. And now you mad because I got on the internet because you did some foul shit in real life. And I said, that I'm going to tell everybody now. And she sent the police to my house.
Today in Washington, D.C.
Keisha's son gay too. Whatever it was, but it was fentanyl. But said, yeah, nephew and Keisha wasn't nowhere. It was for a sister. You a lying ass Keisha on the show. All the celebrities wanted to sign me. Okay? Don't do none of that stuff. That's because you put her in that room. You was going back to check on her. You should have took her to the hospital. You shady. You should have took her to the hospital. And now you mad because I got on the internet because you did some foul shit in real life. And I said, that I'm going to tell everybody now. And she sent the police to my house. She sent the police to my house, bro. She sent the police to my house. And she been having bitches send the police to my house the last couple days. You feel me? Elite and Tifa got with these little punk ass bitches. You feel me? And they've been sending the police to my house, telling everybody all the stuff that I do not illegally do, because I don't do none of that stuff. You feel me? She's saying my cousin Dorian is snitch. She's saying my cousin Dorian, we doing sexual stuff. Y'all know I don't swing that way, bro. I don't got no problem. I love gay people.
So check this out, y'all. Now, things finna get pretty heated within Keyshia Cole family, because now, you know, he finna direct most of this energy towards his sister Keyshia Cole. But look at the picture that's on the screen. That's Frankie. Just like I said, you know, she was battling back and forth with being on heroin, which is the fentanyl, and then at other points she was trying to get her life together. But again, she fell victim to it. But that picture on the screen now, you can tell she was in using. She was using heavy versus other times we've seen her, such as let's go here. Look at Frankie. Look at her mother, and look at her there. could tell she was struggling then. And we see her there. She was a nice looking sister. That's where Keyshia get it from.
Well, I love everybody. I know some gay fuckers that's realer than gangsters. I know. That's when I stopped worrying about what nigga gentrification was. Because I know some motherfuckers that's gay, tranny, and they go harder than the real brothers I got. I got some brothers that's straight pussycat, nigga. Matter of fact, Ellis will Rob's ass straight up. Keyshia didn't do nothing except take a whole bunch of money from me a minute ago. And when I try to talk her about why she, okay, so when I was with Keyshia, y'all, the truth is, when I was with Keyshia, everybody that was around her, all the celebrities wanted to sign me, okay? And she would tell the celebrities they couldn't sign me because she was going to sign me, okay? And that shit ain't cool. So in this interview, I didn't put none of our family shit on there. I was keeping it business because y'all also got to remember, let's start from the beginning. How did I get involved in Keyshia Cole's shit? My mama was in the reality show. Remember we had the reality show. My mama was in jail. If y'all remember, Frankie was locked up in the first episode of Keyshia's show. Remember that? Frankie was locked up. Frankie was locked up in the Orange in Chowchilla. And she said to Keyshia on the show, have you found your brother Sammy or your sister Elite yet? Y'all remember that? That's the only reason Keyshia came looking for me. You feel me? The way it is. My mama said on the way it is, she said, have you found your brother Sammy or your sister Elite? Okay? So Keyshia, you came looking for me for money. You didn't love me. And then you made me give up my money. You a fake excuse for a sister. You a lying ass nigga. You came on and you found us because my mama was trying to put me in the mix. My mama said, have you found your brother Sammy or your sister Elite? I didn't even know Elite existed. Okay? I grew up with Neffy and Keyshia. Me and Keyshia went to two of the same schools. I got pictures of Neffy in my phone right now when she was a baby with my dad. Don't let me start pulling out receipts. Hold on.
And see, check this out. I mean, it just goes to show you can't really believe what you see, especially in today's world. On the internet, you can't believe because nobody's perfect, first of all. And then it just seemed like, I know a lot of y'all probably thinking, man, this story wild. Yeah, hell yeah, they lifestyle wild. We've seen it before. We've probably seen worse. But it's a story because of who it is, Keyshia Cole. It's another reason it's a story because of the role she portrayed. And to add on to that, another reason is because the role, not the role, well, the way she's perceived. That's what makes it shocking. And the only way she's perceived that way is because of the role she played.
Y'all want to see a picture of Neffy when she little? Y'all want to see a picture of Neffy when she little? Hold on, because we got some shit. Y'all want to see a picture of Neffy when she little with my daddy? Yeah. Neffy and Keyshia wasn't nowhere. They wasn't gone. I grew up with Neffy and Keyshia. Look at little Neffy and my daddy. I grew up with Neffy and Keyshia. I don't know who the fuck Elite is. I don't know who Robert is. They don't even know who their daddy is. I don't know who none of these is. Keyshia, you came looking for me for money, bitch. So, yeah, I love Neffy. Me and Neffy close. Me and Neffy the only ones that's cool. Shout out to Neffy. I love you. And all her kids. I love them all. But everybody, stop saying, why do you talk bad about Keyshia? Why do you say she owe you? Keyshia, you owe me. You brought me into this equation for money, specifically for your show. Because my mama said on your show, have you found your brother Sammy or your sister Elite yet? And then you came looking for me. You flew me in. Remember when y'all saw me at the Concord Pavilion? When I was at the Concord Pavilion with Keyshia, that's the first time she flew me in. Okay? You flew me in for money. You promised me record deals. You made me sign over my reality show check money. And you said, this is why she did it. She told me that I was signing over my money to give it to my sisters and my mama because they couldn't make money, and I was a street nigga, and she was gonna sign me to rap anyway, so I didn't need the money. I don't do no drugs, y'all. Anything they said I'm on, I'll do a DNA test. I'm clean. I'll do a drug test. I'm clean. All that. They don't want to do a test. I bet you they won't do a test. I bet you they won't line up and do a test. Elite off Molly like a motherfucker.
And see, there it is again. But me personally, you can tell he's telling the truth. It don't really take that much, and you don't have to go that deep into thought. He's telling the truth. But the thing about it is, there it is again. It's shocking to some people because of the way they perceive Keyshia Cole, and then they brought the reality show on, and it's all about money. So if you listen to him, and then he said the only reason his sister Keyshia Cole brought him into the mix, it was simply because of money. Hadn't money wouldn't have been involved, then she would have probably had no reconnection to her brother. What did he just say? When Keyshia first brought their mother on the show, he said even earlier than that you know they family was their mother just loved their son. You know, one of the mothers that just close to the son, and I can understand that. But he said once Frankie, their mother, was brought on the show early, the first thing she said was, "Ask Keyshia, have you found your brother and your sister?" And then later on, he said he didn't even know nothing about his sister. Hey, Papa was a Rolling Stone. Outside of that, she brought him in, made him all these promises, even made him sign over the check from doing his work on the show. Made him all type. This is her brother. It's a dirty industry. I just recently said these people think they signed in contracts, artist contracts, recording contracts. They signed in death certificates. Look at what they do. Look what come with it. Look what come behind it. Look what come before it. And then when you look at today with the youngsters, how they out there in the industry, just about every drug they do is with the fentanyl. Earlier, like I said, I believe, and I've heard, and I want y'all to do the research on this. Do the research on how that drug, fentanyl, have bum rushed the country and is possibly being used as a weapon from other countries. China was named one of the countries that is possibly doing this. But again, if you look at the rate, people just died. So I look at it like this. All right, if it's a weapon and it's intended to do destruction, why just put it in a drug? It's a weapon. Why not put it in the food? Why not put it in what we drink? So we can't escape it. We don't know what the fuck is going on. I mean, if we can see what it's doing, so that would lead me to believe that, yeah, it possibly can be a weapon. Look what it's doing. You rarely, and I mean very rarely, at a very extreme small percentage, hear of people dying from natural causes today. It's like it don't exist. You're going to be killed. Let me rephrase that. We're going to be killed one way or the other. Either it's from this crazy violence that we're living in today, or it's some kind of disease that they done put on us, some type of way. But rarely you hear people dying of natural causes. We used to hear that. Somebody get old and, that was understandable. But walking out your door today, possibly getting shot, or there it is again, the fentanyl, and then you got the youth doing all type of shit. This is the world we live in.
I'm clean. I will go test the test. Anything they say, we could do it. They don't want to do no real tests. They don't want to link up in the same room. We could look lie detector, piss test, all that shit. Them bitches all high. They all lies. And they all fake as full of shit. And they try to say I was on coke because I took my tooth out on the side. I'm trying to get new teeth. I want to be all the way sexy. I ain't did drugs in 5 years. I've been sober for 5 years. Meanwhile, all of them do Molly. They off Molly right now. They own they shit. Yep, all of them do drugs. All of their ass be high. Pure.
So check this out. He say that most of us already knew it. I mean, even if you assumed it, come on now. We know what goes on in that industry. You don't even have to ever in your entire life been nowhere near it. We know what goes on in that industry. We know what goes on in real life. When I say real life, I mean just the regular everyday things that people deal with. We know that. And then on top of that, we know people use drugs or whatever. So there it is again. So if everything he's saying is true, then that can only mean one thing. That can only mean that Keyshia Cole, even though she was on a high plateau, and it don't just go for her, it go for all the celebrities, all the people that we look at and consider them rich and famous. You know, they got way more than what we ever have. We look at the plateau that they on, and all of them ain't no different from us. It's just what they showing us. That's why when you see them on the street, you say, damn, I'm gonna look different than the way they look on TV. It's gonna be like that every time. You know why? Because that's what it is. I guarantee you, you will never meet a celebrity on the street or see a celebrity on the street and they look the exact same as they do on television. It's impossible. That'll never happen.
Period. Now, they want to play with me, I tell all their business. All y'all high. Y'all all fake as shit. Y'all don't like each other. Tifa and Elite was just beefing like a... And then all of a sudden, I become the common denominator with Sammy because y'all broke. And when y'all broke and when I fall off, it's two different things. I fall off and I chill in my lake house. Y'all fall off and y'all got to circulate yourself through everybody else's house. We not the same. Keyshia don't give y'all nothing. Y'all don't have nothing. I'm good always. Okay? They mad. And like I said, Elite, you had something to do with our mama's death. I don't care what you say. And then you sent the police to my house all the way out here. The police knock at my door after my mama died. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all doing in my house? The police like, oh, well, we heard that you might know and this and that. And was your mom on drugs? I'm like, where the fuck is this coming from? And my cousin told me that Elite made him call the police.
I'm gonna stop right there because when you listen to his story, it's like a lot of other shit that we hear going on today, which is like pure dumb shit. In a lot of families, just everywhere. We look on television today, you look on the internet, you know, with the phones or whatever, that you watch mainstream media or just social media content, wherever, any site. You see pure dumb shit happening everywhere. It's like everybody losing their damn mind. And then you sit back and you wonder, like, damn, how is this happening? Why everybody going crazy? That's what I be thinking. Because that's what I be seeing. That's what I see every day. It's like it's getting worse and worse. Like, damn, everybody losing their mind. What's going on? Why is this happening? And then when you ask the question, why is it happening? Don't just pay attention to the dumb shit that you see on TV with the politicians talking about all the economy and all. Hell no. This is what's happening now. It's way bigger than that. There's something going on. Damn near everybody losing their mind. And go back to, like, all right, we know the drug fentanyl is rising at a very, I'm talking about a fast rate. And then if it is a weapon, why would it just be used in a drug? Why not put it in everything we consume? I mean, that makes more sense than me trying to take out a whole damn nation and I just target a specific area. That don't make sense. What makes sense is what we see and what we know. Damn sure ain't what they tell us or what they show us.
And send them to my house. Yeah, they still doing Molly. They doing extra Molly. Like I said, Elite can say that, but they won't go and come do a test. Tell them your brother said, come do a test. Let's all go to a test. All of them will not do a test. Keyshia, you Robert, now you hanging out with Keyshia. You ain't cool. You going to them old ass 80s, 90s R&B show Keyshia got, nigga. You ain't with nobody, nigga. And I told my brother, if you want problems, I'll slap you to sleep, nigga. I owe you a big brother ass whooping. Elite, stay off them drugs, Elite, with your little funny built ass, nigga. Surprise you, nigga. Ooh, you better stop playing with me. Like I said, Elite is mad because she was there when my mama died. Get my cousin his wallet back. Elite, you was there when Frankie died. Yep, y'all know what I'm talking about. Elite was there when Frankie died. My mama hit that and passed out on her face. And instead of Elite taking her to the hospital, Elite took her and put her in the room because she'd been jealous of Frankie. And she never gave a f about my mama. You know how many times Elite called me and said, brother, you got to deal with Frankie. I can't deal with her. And y'all don't worry about KC and when it comes to Keyshia and Frankie, because y'all can't even find me a picture with Keyshia and Frankie from the last 5 years. Let's talk about it. I didn't send Tiva to the store to buy noodles with change. She took the change out of my car. And so what if she took the change to buy noodles? Lucky she got that. I told everybody on here, I just bought my $1 million house. I ain't got hella money. Shit, I needed them quarters to go buy me some noodles. And I let that take it. Shit, you know how much quarters it was? It was like $30 in quarters. Thank you for taking care of my mom when she was with y'all. I know who you are, and I appreciate everybody. Look, Keyshia don't like Frankie. They was not with Frankie. All of them told me, Sammy, you got to take care of mama. But soon as she died, they didn't want to do what my mama wanted to do. She didn't want everybody at her funeral. Frankie said, if I die, I want my kids and a few close people at my funeral.
Let me pause right there real quick. Now, how many times have we heard, someone die and then that's when certain family members come around? I mean, we're familiar with that. But look at the bigger picture. And most of the time that happens, the reason is crazy because most of the time that happens, you better believe it's some money involved. Even if it's not, physically money, it can be some property, it can be anything. But most of the time that happens. I ain't saying all of the time. We got to be real because in this world we live in, on this planet, that's real. I mean, we got family members that do fall out to the point where, all connection is lost. I don't give a damn what go on. And that's just the reality of it. Even that's more sensible to their situation when it comes to Keyshia Cole. Look at what they were showing us on TV. And I'm only talking about her because that's what this video about. I'm talking about most of them, if not all of them. What we, they got these reality shows, and what's the purpose of it? What's the purpose of having a reality show? Like, let's be real. What's the purpose of having a reality show? You this big time celebrity, and you, I mean, your show is only for the people that's living less fortunate than you. What the fuck y'all doing? Talking this to the poor or the people less fortunate than y'all? Y'all constantly want them to see the lavish lifestyle that they are the reason you get. If I'm a celebrity and y'all my fans, and whatever product, whether it's clothes or music, or I'm an actor and I got stuff on TV or on the big screen, and y'all paying for this. So y'all making me richer. So on top of that, here I come with a reality show in y'all face to say, look what y'all paying for. Look, y'all brought me a jet. It ain't no different from most of these pastors. Look what I did to the congregation. Look what y'all did. Y'all done brought me a nice big mansion. Look at some of the stories we hearing about. You know, fucking pastor, a jet? I'm not saying, hey, you don't deserve a jet. I'm just saying the way you doing it. And I'm surprised people even that contribute to those scams, I'm surprised people still doing it. More so than the pastor still doing it. Look at the story about the pastor, and I'm gonna get back to Keyshia Cole's story in 1 second. But look at the pastor just recently got exposed and even got locked up for it. This fool had his church robbed on YouTube Live. And it didn't take a rocket science to see that he was behind that. Had somebody come in and rob the whole church. Look at their agenda. They human just like us. And I've said this many a time. Most of them wouldn't be doing it if money wasn't involved. You think most of these pastors would be spending their time busting their sweats, showing them, getting up there hollering and doing whatever they do if money wasn't involved? No, they'll be doing something else. I don't think it's that many that'll really be doing just about anything, even what these celebrities doing. And they'll show you, I ain't doing it for free. After they fans made it possible for them to have millions on top of millions, they'll turn around and tell your ass, I ain't doing that for you for free. Why should I? If I start doing it for free, then it's going to be a change. I can't hide that.
And this is why I didn't go to the funeral, because they wouldn't let me do what my mama wanted. They didn't do what my mama wanted. Keyshia didn't want to have cameras and all this shit. Frankie said, I want my children and a few loved ones. And what they have. They was embarrassed to her. They was embarrassing all kind of shit. And everybody know I'll be in Brookfield with Frankie 3 a.m. Keyshia tried to get help for Frankie in her own way. Y'all only saw what she did online. Y'all didn't see behind the scenes. It ain't easy to get somebody to just quit doing drugs after they've been doing it their whole life. And if they don't get it right in 2 or 3 weeks, you can't just push them to the side. You can't just push somebody to the side. Y'all know how hard it was for me.
I had to pause it again. Let me ask y'all this. This is like a serious question. Now, and I want y'all to place yourself momentarily in Keyshia Cole's position as being a celebrity, you know, or whatever. So she got this big platform, and then here it is. Her mother, she know her mother is a heavy drug user. So my question is, because I'm thinking like this. I just said, let's place ourselves in her position, you know, as far as being a celebrity. I'm thinking like this. If I was a celebrity, and even me just being a regular person. So if DeMarco, was a celebrity, and I had a family member that was heavy on drugs, I don't give a damn what the situation is. I don't give a damn what the label, what the network, or whatever's going on. You ain't coming on my show. You're not coming on my show. I don't care if the fucking show I had was about people being on drugs. That's just me. You're not coming on my show. I'm not tolerating that. I don't want that shit around me. I know it's a struggle, but come on now. I will have to deal with you from a distance. I'm not finna fool myself and act like you not sick. And because this illness, you'll do anything. So to avoid me doing anything to you, or you possibly doing anything to me, or anything happening, period, this is what it is. So the bigger question is, why did she bring her mother on the show? Y'all can answer that, because every time, just listening to their family story, all the situations, all the fights and everything that they had, everything that they going through boils down to one thing, and it's money.
To get my mama on drugs, off drugs, it took me like 5 years. Exactly. You can tell Keyshia don't like Frankie. Elite didn't like her. Keyshia didn't like her. None of them did, nigga. I love that to death. If I walk in my closet right now, my mama all over my closet. I'll show y'all my shit. What y'all talking about, nigga? I'll show y'all my it's one of my closets, nigga. Hold on, nigga. Frankie, stay in this. What you talking about, nigga? My mama stay in this, nigga. Hey, y'all all in my mama stay in this bitch, nigga. They don't fuck with Frankie. None of them fuck with Frankie. None of them like Frankie. They used to tell me, Sammy, you got to deal with Frankie. We can't deal with Frankie. We can't deal with Frankie. Come get your mama. Come get your mama. And then as soon as she died, oh no, we got this. Don't worry about it. We gonna plan this. We gonna plan this. They used to be mad because even though she was a crackhead, everybody loved Frankie. They didn't care about Keyshia. They didn't care about Elite. They didn't care about Tifa. Everybody loved Frankie. She was the light of everything. And they hated the fact that Frankie used to always try to throw me in the mix. Put my son in. Put my son in. Now, my mama gone. Do y'all know that when I went up to Frankie's grave, Keyshia didn't even buy her a headstone, bro. My mama still got a cardboard cutout up there, bro. They threw Frankie in a wall, didn't even put a stone up there, bro. They used Frankie for financial gain. Exactly. They used the bank and threw her to the back to the streets, bro. They buried Frankie. She don't even got a headstone, y'all. Y'all remember when I was at my mama's gravesite on her birthday? I stayed there for 6-7 hours, bro. Nobody came. I was the only one there. The people at the funeral home was like, we thought it would have been a bunch of y'all up here today on her 1-year anniversary.
So there it is again, the perception. Look at the perception. He said she didn't have a headstone, all this. And the only reason that's shocking to everybody, especially Keyshia Cole's fans, is because of the plateau she was placed on. Everybody looking at like, what? Rich Keyshia Cole? She didn't do what? What did he just say not even 60 seconds ago? He said his sister Elite and Keyshia Cole didn't give a damn about Frankie. And maybe that's how he felt. Maybe that's how he perceived it. Maybe that's what he knows. But go back to what I just said. Maybe it could and possibly, even though that was her mother, and even though Keyshia Cole was Frankie's daughter, even though that's the case, Keyshia Cole possibly could have just been the type of person, man, I don't want to deal with that. At some point, at certain points, because let's be real, something like that is hard to deal with. Especially if you don't do it. If I ain't, living this zombie lifestyle, I'm not finna deal with that. I'm not finna have that around me or the people I love. Oh, hell no, I'm not risking that. So if we know that, and then it goes back to the question. If that's how she felt at certain points of her life, she didn't want to deal with it. Why bring her on the show? Why bring her on the show? That's a serious question. Why bring her on the show? We could say she needed a storyline. Come on now, we're talking about Keyshia Cole. Keyshia Cole, her stardom was so high at one point that she could have just been her on the show. That's how big her fan base was. A lot of this stuff we watch on TV, like I said, it's like they taunt the less fortunate. They taunting the people that put them there, they fans, because that's the only reason they there. It's not because they go out and put this music out, or they do this movie, or they do this reality show. They're not just doing it just to be doing it. They ain't doing it because it's fun or something they like to do. Those not the only reasons. In fact, it's not nowhere near the main reason. The main reason is because of the money that they're getting from their fans. Even the labels they sign to, they really gonna do it now because the labels gotta get paid. That's the only way Keyshia Cole and every other celebrity gonna get paid. It's if whoever they're signed to has to be paid first. So they push all type of shit to us. They show us all type of shit. They throw all type of shit at us. We see it, hear it, do it. And then look at what they show us to make us perceive them the way we do. And they ain't no different from us.
None of my brothers and sisters went. They didn't care when she was here, bro. I got a call from Robert. Bro, you got to deal with my mama. Elite, bro, you got to deal with my mama. They didn't want to even deal with Frankie, bro. I got Frankie in that place. I'm the one that, bro, if y'all find out the company that she was, bro, see, all this shit is, they with the wrong one. Because all this shit is public record. All this shit public record. If you go look where my mama, she was in a program before she died. That program had an emergency contact, and it wasn't Keyshia. It wasn't Elite. It was me. Okay? I'm the one that helped Frankie get clean. But Elite wanted to move in with my mama because she didn't have nowhere to be. That's why she was there that day. Elite, you a dirty little, crooked little B word. You knew your mama was sick and she fell down face first in that dirt. And Elite, you went and you just threw her in the bed and you left her there. Y'all was jealous of Frankie. Whenever Elite get mad, hey, who that said? Who that said? Yeah, right there. Bria, what's your name? Bria, you exactly right. We exactly right. Y'all know Keyshia didn't fuck with Frankie. She was embarrassed to her. But guess who made her the most money though? Frankie. What happened to the house in Atlanta?
Didn't I just say that? Because before I went live and did this video, I didn't even watch his whole interview. But come on now, if we know, that's the reason I said let's place ourselves in Keyshia Cole, even way before we got to that part with him just saying that about the money. Even way before we got to that part, I said let's put ourselves in Keyshia Cole position and let's just look at the realistic part of it. And then that will raise the question, why would, I bring this family member or this person, knowing the lifestyle they live, knowing, I'm not going to allow myself to have this type of embarrassment. He just said it. Look at how we saw Keyshia Cole, all her videos on TV and her shows, and then for her to be walking down the street with her mother, that's obviously strung out on drugs. Even if she was dressed in $1 million dress and had on stilettos or whatever, it would have still been obvious. They can't fool us with everything. But the question, I mean, there's the answer to the question. She was embarrassed of it, and then, you know, so why bring her on the show? And who knows, even after Frankie passed away, I bet you still some money involved. Why wouldn't it be? The whole thing was about money. Why wouldn't it be? Keyshia Cole in this for the money. She ain't in it to play, to do it because we liked her music. She wasn't making that shit because we like it or she liked doing it. That wasn't the reason. That wasn't the main reason. She wasn't going on tours and making all this money because she just liked traveling.
Oh, the house in Atlanta? Y'all want to know what happened to it? Keyshia told the police because one of her assistants whacked somebody. I used to kick it with the nigga. He whacked somebody. The police said, hey, one of your assistants whacked somebody. What's going on? I don't know that nigga. He be with my brother Sammy. This told every police officer it was me, and I was with the nigga. So they came to the house in Atlanta. I slid out the back door. They hit that motherfucker with smoke bombs, smoke grenades.
So check this out. If what he just said is true, then that means, obviously, let's stay in the realistic realm with this thing here. Let's stay real. To me, it looked like she was trying to sacrifice him. He just said, I mean, we know people do crazy shit and get on the internet and, you know, do a lot of crazy shit, you know, for attention and everything nowadays. But, you know, get on there and just say, and again, we see it, but to get on, you know, here and say, to bring up a crime where somebody got killed and then, like, you admit that you was with the gal or you was around, but he just said his sister Keyshia Cole told the police that, yeah, the motherfucker that did it was with my brother, be with him all the time. He probably was, that's enough right there. She ain't even got to say no more. She could say, the guy that you think done it, be with my brother all the time. So automatically they're going to think, okay, be with him all the time, so he probably was with him when this happened. Let's go get him. That's what it sounded like. He said she tried to throw him to the wolves. She tried to sacrifice him, get his ass out the way.
All that shit. Keyshia, I know y'all believe me. Look, Keyshia, this is why I'm trying to tell y'all. Why don't we have no generational wealth? Who else besides Neffy got a blue check? And Neffy didn't get that blue check because of Keyshia. Why y'all don't see none of our nieces and nephews or nobody? Y'all don't see nobody doing no music. Y'all don't see Keyshia promote nobody, nothing. Why? Because Keyshia don't want nobody in the light, bro. Y'all, I promise y'all, my sister told me, I swear to God to my face, she said, bro, you got the juice. I'm signing you. And everybody wanted to sign me, and she would hate Young Jeezy. Nigga, everybody wanted to sign me, bro. Do y'all know the worst day of my life was having to sit there and watch Young Jeezy ask her, let me sign your little brother? And that I looked at that bitch and she said, no, you can't sign my little brother. I'm gonna sign my little brother. Bro, that was the hardest day in the world for me, bro. Keyshia hating on Frankie and Neffy show. She was hating on everything. She's selfish. Y'all stop letting this bitch get away with this shit. She's selfish as fuck.
Nah, I really feel him on that. When he just said, you know, that had to be one of the hardest days he felt. Now just imagine, here it is, you striving for this opportunity, you striving for this chance, and then here it is, it's right there at your hands. You got other people telling you, man, you good, you know, even though we know that industry, but this is what they do. What he's saying is he passed up many opportunities based off what his sister Keyshia Cole was telling him. She's stopping every opportunity that's coming his way. He just said it. Every time somebody says they wanted to sign him, she telling them, no, I'm signing my brother. So she was shutting everything down for him. She wanted it. Why did she want it? Y'all know the answer.
Fuck. And she didn't care my mama was dead. She fake. They didn't go to her grave or nothing on her birthday. Keyshia feel like she better than everybody. Y'all know I grew up with Keyshia, bro. I'm not elite. I'm not none of them. I just got done showing y'all pictures. If y'all go back to Washington Elementary, to when Keyshia was in school, bro, we was in the same school. Her old ass was in the 6th grade. It's two grades where your schools link up. The 1st and the 6th, and then the 9th through the 12th, okay? Me and that bitch went to 2 schools, okay? She put her young baby daddy on, but she didn't want to put her brother on. You feel me? The bitch weird. You feel me?
I gotta say, they relationship got to be, messed up because, I don't even call women bitches, period. And then for to call your sister a bitch, the relationship got to be destroyed. Got to be destroyed. And he publicly doing it. He constantly doing it. So that only shows how he feel about it. And what we're hearing right now don't look like nothing what they were showing us on TV. They was all good. Sister and brother Keyshia Cole was the rich family member. He said it. He said other people in the family got this talent. And because of Keyshia Cole, a family member, they was hoping that she'll, open up some doors for him. But she didn't. She didn't. She wouldn't do it. She wasn't trying to hear. She blocking everything that's coming their way. It's all about her. Why?
That young ass nigga, like she put me on there and deleted the shit real fast. For everybody that just came in, you know what I'm saying? I'm just over here telling my truth, okay? I don't care about Keyshia Cole or Elite Nowhere or none of that shit. Keyshia proved who she was when she got into it with Money Long. Because that Hours and Hours song, that was actually written for Keyshia, okay? That Hours and Hours song was written for Keyshia, right? She let it sit for a year. She let it sit for a year, right? And then Money Long said, fuck it, I'm putting a song out. And then Keyshia got mad at Money Long, and Money Long cussed that bitch out like, bitch, I tried to give you the song a year ago, and you didn't want it. Now you seen us popping, and now you want to try to get at me funny. But y'all got to peep the relationships my sister be having with people. They don't be real, bro. I'm not a Cole, exactly. But y'all know Keisha's real name? Y'all know me and Keyshia got the same daddy and mama, right? Y'all do know Keyshia been trying to keep me a secret, right? This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to Google Keyshia real name. Me and Ellis, he just be back and forth. I love Ellis. I miss him. But I want y'all to Google Keyshia Cole real name. My name's Sammy Johnson.
This guy, he ain't playing. And there it is again. Like I said, you can tell when a person's telling the truth. I know, be a lot of nonsense, but this guy, he is not playing. And then he even telling you, he just dropped a bomb. He said, y'all know we got the same mother and father. That was all he had to say, really. That was like to sum it all up. Y'all know we got the same mother and father. Even though they probably didn't really promote it, but he just laid it on the table. Like, regardless of the bullshit they talking about, we got the same mother and the same father. So everything's screwed up. I ain't no step brother, she ain't no step sister. That's my blood. And this is what she did to us. That's what he's saying.
Okay? Her real last name is Johnson. My daddy is her daddy. And he signed that birth certificate and did a test, nigga. She don't want y'all to know I'm her real brother because she don't want me to automatically just be in the light. That bitch named Keyshia Maisha Johnson. My name's Sammy Johnson, okay? She don't want y'all to know that, though. You feel me? That's how that shit work. You feel me? So let's get back to it one more time for the new people that just came in, okay? We talking about how Elite was living with Frankie. It was the day before my mama's birthday. They got high. My mama and my auntie BB, they both passed out. Boom, face first. They took auntie BB and put her up. Her boyfriend brought her back. My mama, Elite, and her ass just took my mama and threw her in a room, bro. Your mama hit a fentanyl ball and you take her and you throw her in a room instead of putting her inside of the hospital. Elite, you took mama and you put her in that room, bro. And you know you did, bro. You know my mama could still be alive if you would have took her to the hospital. I'm not saying, see, what y'all don't know is Neffy and all them don't know this. Everybody don't know that Elite was with my mama like that the night of her death. Everybody don't know. I just told Solo today. Solo then was crying and had to get off the phone. Nobody knows Elite laid my mama in the bed, passed out off the drug, and left her in there. Elite, you a dirty bitch, nigga. Everybody know. If y'all watch the show, y'all know these hoes dirty, nigga. I don't care. I'll air you out, Keyshia. You ain't gonna ever tell me to give up my money to my mama and them and then don't give it to them. And then tell me you gonna sign me and tell other niggas they can't sign me and then don't sign me. And then my family gonna get mad because I went on No Jumper. What I want y'all to do, when my No Jumper episode air, make sure all y'all go in there and tell them, yep, that nigga telling the truth. Cause they lying, nigga. And I don't care, nigga. Elite, you know my mama passed out and you threw her in the bed. Nigga, Elite, you threw her in the bed while she was on drugs, passed out, and she died. And when you came back, the first thing you did was see my mama dead and you went to Twitter fingering. I just found my mama dead. I couldn't even bring myself to do that, y'all. How could you bring yourself to type when your mama just died? You gotta not like somebody to see their dead body. And
now, again, like I said, that's crazy as hell. But we have to take into consideration this world we living in now, because I know it's crazy. Like what he just said, you found out your mother dead, then you go straight to the internet. That's understandable because that's the world we live in now. Again, I know it's crazy to even be a thought to do immediately something like right after that. But when you understand what's going on today, like, come on now, we look at how the government is coming out with all these robots. Then we're looking at how they trying to integrate a real human consciousness into these robots. That's what we're doing with these phones. Pick your phone up. I mean, do it while we on right now. While we doing this live, pick your phone up. Now, when you go into your phone, everything in that phone is about you. That's why you can be tracked. So if everything in that phone is about you, then what is that phone? The phone is you. All your thoughts, everything about you have been integrated into this piece of technology that you're holding right now. The phone is you. If the government wanted to find you right now, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna do it through your cell phone activity, because that's you. They're gonna do that before they physically get their hands on you. We have been integrated, our personal thoughts, our personal information, family members, friends, everything has been integrated into this phone that we carry every day. So who the robots?
That post that shit, bruh. Am I lying? Could any of y'all see your mama and the first thing she do? I did pay $2K because I turned down $15K to talk about Keyshia. They was gonna give me $15,000 to talk about Keyshia. I said, no, I'm not gonna do it. Irk the Jerk is my witness. I walked in and I was sitting down thinking about how I was gonna talk about my music. And Irk was like, hey, you know, if you don't say nothing, nobody ever ain't gonna know nothing, bro. I thought about it like, damn. So I decided, yeah, I paid. And fuck all that. I'm still gonna talk about it. Exactly. How your mama died and you posting while she dead. Elite, you a sick bitch. Our mama dead and you sitting there posting? Bruh, she don't love Frankie, bruh. That's facts, bruh. Ain't no way, bruh. I don't care what nobody say. If your mama die and the first thing you do when you walk in and you see her body is pick up your phone and you start texting, that's sick, bruh. That's sick. That's sick. Hold on. These look, somebody tell Elite. Hold on, somebody call me. Somebody tell Elite. Somebody tell Elite. Somebody tell Elite that we know you ain't shit. Because you definitely for sure posted your mama while she was.
You know, we could tell that the fact that his half sister Elite went to the internet right after their mother passed. We can tell he's angry, and he should be. You know, he got every right to. But you know, you look at again, there it is. We look at what's happening today. We look at the way people doing all this crazy stuff. Like I said, people just seem like they losing their mind. We look at all of this, and it's like, you know, people just soulless. Don't have no will in them for nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's like when I say soulless, it's like, you know, people, you know, just don't care. I know some of y'all recently heard the story about the little 10-year-old boy that shot his mother over the virtual reality glasses, and then, you know, just add on to a lot of other cases with kids and all that stuff. They being born into whatever is going on, just like we was. We were born into whatever was going on, and it's not a progressive system for nobody. It's not a progressive system for nobody. It's a downward system. Well, when I say nobody, I mean the people, us. Every time we turning around, we seeing and hearing crazy stuff. Like the thing they just had recently with the supposed to be Chinese balloon flying over the country. They telling us on the mainstream media that, you know, they spotted it that Tuesday. Man, let me tell y'all something. I can remember way back in July seeing some crazy shit like that in the sky. I promise you. And didn't know what it was. It was strange to me because it'll be 11 to 12 o'clock in the afternoon and I'm seeing the sun up, but I'm also seeing that. And it was making me ask questions like, damn, why the moon still up? At 11 o'clock in the morning or 12 o'clock? You know, I'm into that type of shit. So it was noticeable to me. So when they came just recently and said it was here since Tuesday a week ago, they lied. They lied. I can remember seeing that shit way back in the summer. And you can go on the internet and see many other people that were seeing that type of stuff and doing videos and way before this stuff just happened. I just told y'all I thought it was the moon or whatever was, and you go online, you go on YouTube, you see other people posting a video. Some people think it's the two moons or two suns, but it just proved that something was there. But y'all want us to believe that it been there for a week. They didn't go public with that stuff because they wanted to. They went public because of people on social media going public with it. They had to say something about it. They had to.
It's dead. Hold on, I'm still on this live. I'm gonna call you right back. I'm live. You can go on live and watch it. I'm acting the ass. What's a lease? Fuck it. Show me a bill in your name, Elite. Show me a bill.
But you know, we get the picture. We get the picture. Then the big picture is ain't none of them no different from us. You know, they just on this screen. They just on this piece of technology that's helping the brainwash us and to help us tell their lies visually through a television. They tell us a vision, we believe it. They show it to us, we go for it. We copy it and integrate it into our lives. There it is again. And then at the same time, what they doing to us will make us come out of our pocket and pay them to do this to us. Before I end this live, I know I'm gonna change the tone, but I want to show y'all. This is one of the reasons a lot of people on YouTube and other platforms. You see people like me and like myself and a whole lot of other people do stories on today's events that be happening. One of the reasons that's at a high rate because we come to know today that the mainstream media ain't about shit. They doing what they do for an agenda. We know that they done lied to us for years and years and years, and they've been caught in the act, but yet they continue to do it. But I want to leave y'all with a laugh. And the laugh that I'm going to leave y'all with, I want to show y'all the reason why we try to report certain events and not even really, I won't even use the word report. We just discuss it. We talk about it. And again, the reason is because the mainstream media have become so stupid and they just floundering around, wasting up space. But let me leave y'all with this laugh.
Today in Washington, D.C., Senator Barack Obama was officially sworn in as the 44th President of the United States. To report on the historic ceremony and celebrations, 22 Minutes correspondent Nathan Fielder is live in Washington, D.C. Nathan.
Hello.
So tell us what's going on there. It must be pretty exciting.
Did you know there were two Washingtons?
Sorry?
When I booked my flight online, I must have just clicked the first one that came down.
I'm sorry, Nathan. I'm not following.
I'm in Seattle. The Seattle, Washington.
So you're not at the inauguration?
It's funny, when I was on the plane, I thought the flight was taking a bit long, but then I didn't really think about it. But then when we were landing and the pilot was like, "We're landing in Seattle," that's when I knew I messed up.
Okay.
Actually, no, I didn't even know I messed up then because I flew WestJet and the pilot was like making jokes the whole flight. So when he said we're landing in Seattle, I thought that was another joke, but it wasn't.
Okay, well, thanks for that then, Nathan.
You're not mad, are you? I'm sorry.
Nathan, it's fine. We all make mistakes.
Don't tell anyone, Kay.
You're live on air.
We gotta find some type of laugh out of this nonsense. Hey, I'm up out of here. Y'all be cool. One love.